Today, I'm giving you everything you need to know about Vladik Brutal in under 3 minutes. It's a game that has flown under the radar, or maybe I've just been blind to it. Either way, I stumbled upon it while randomly browsing on Steam. Have you heard about this game? Let me know in the comments. Vladik Brutal is a first-person shooter developed by just one person. It's inspired by Half-Life, but with a gritty Eastern European twist. The game is roughly 7 hours long and currently sits at an impressive 89% positive rating on Steam. You can pick it up for €11.79. The game runs great, so I don't expect you'll run into any performance issues. But if you do, there are plenty of settings you can tweak to improve it. In Vladik Brutal, you play as a lone hero in a country ruled by a tyrannical dictator with serious anger issues. He uses brutal methods to control the population. Classic dictator stuff. You take up arms against him and uncover dark secrets, including a government facility where horrific experiments are being conducted on prisoners. As a shooter, you'll be doing a lot of, well, shooting. Enemies, monsters, bosses, and everything in between. You are even shooting zombie kids. I think that was a first for me in a video game. Anyway, let's not think about that for too long. It's a linear, story-focused game set in a dark and gritty atmosphere with some jump scares. Now, I don't usually play horror games, so your experience might differ. To break up the action, there are some puzzles sprinkled throughout. The game features 12 different weapons and a very brutal damage system. The combat works well, and while the game isn't easy, there is an easier difficulty if you're more interested in the story. One tip: try aiming for the legs or head if you get into trouble. Also, just a heads up for the story, there's no English voiceover, only Russian. I haven't played it for long myself, but from what I've seen in the reviews, people are praising the setting, the combat, and the optimization. On the flip side, some negative reviews mention rough edges and occasionally unbalanced AI. Remember, this game was made by just one person, so don't expect AAA production quality or polish, although it is very easy to just pick up and play. One last tip: if you get lost, follow the green lights. They'll guide you to your next objective. In summary, Vladik Brutal is a single-player FPS inspired by Half-Life. The reviews are glowing so far, so if you're looking for a new FPS, this could be a cheap and fun way to dive into one. Are you planning to play this game? Let me know in the comments. That wraps up my under 3-minute video on Vladik Brutal. Thanks so much for watching. If this was helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. I hope to see you in the next one.